passport renewal. Getting an appointment online was so difficult. Delivery service area.
Okay, salamat.
Get your passport within 12 days. There's traffic once again in Metro Manila. Getting to the DFA, we use an app called Waze. It's kind of like a Google Maps. It's early in the morning. Everyone is still sort of asleep and we are on our way to get our passport renewal. My mom was saying no earrings are allowed, so we will have to remove these when they take my picture for the passport. At the start of the pandemic, there's a new infrastructure that just opened. It's called the Skyway, and these are loads of bridges that gets you to places like from north to south, or getting to the airport, or getting to places like the DFA. As you can see here, it's SMC, which means San Miguel Corporation, and unfortunately or fortunately, this is a privately owned bridge. It's not government owned. I do wish the government would focus on better infrastructures as well. But like the beer you drink, the San Miguel, this is all made by them. The location we're going to is called ASEAN, which means Association of Southeast Asian Nations. This specific location was designed to have better economical progress among the Southeast Asian countries. Once you get to the entrance, there's a person there that's going to check your ID and your appointment printed schedule, which was emailed to you once you get your appointment online. I'm going to show you in a while how we got our appointment. We had to go through a travel agent, and just trying to book an appointment online for a passport renewal is just so impossible. I've been trying to do this for 3 months, and for some reason, because of the pandemic, I think they're trying to make it a little bit more difficult to leave the country, and I don't know why. Maybe for safety precautions. But once you enter the building, it seems like an airport. You'll have to put all your bags in this machine, and I don't really know what's not allowed inside. Once you get inside, you'll see that there's not that much people at the moment. Our appointment was at 10 a.m. But when my parents were here, their appointment was at 12 and there was much more people. So you'll see later in the video that these chairs will be all filled up. If you're here for your passport renewal or just getting your passport, the first floor is where you're going to go. We were headed for the second floor because I have a special medical case. So if you have a PWD or a senior citizen card, you can go upstairs. If you saw there a while ago, I pointed out an ATM. You will be needing cash here. It's all cash basis. They don't accept credit card at the moment. I do wonder if they offer GCash, but I did not see any sign, so it's best to bring cash. As of 2022, just to be safe, I would bring around 3,000 pesos per person just to be on the safe side. Once you get to the second floor, you'll see their passport processing for courtesy lane, which means for PWDs and for senior citizens. The guard was very friendly and he'll tell you exactly where to go. There's still a pandemic, so wearing a face mask is required. I'm glad that they took out the plastic shield because last year this was still a requirement in the Philippines. And this guard here is sort of like the concierge. He is there to just tell you where to sit down, and basically that's his job here, is just to assign you where to sit, and of course guarding people. It felt like musical chairs. Every time somebody stands up, you have to move until you get to the front. This is where all the processing happens. This is where they take your picture, they sort out your passport, and then when you go outside, that's where you pay. And if you see here, there's an anti-fixer sign, which means don't bribe people to fix your passport for you, which is a bit crazy because I think bribing still happens definitely in these offices. If you want to beat the crowd, I suggest to get an appointment early in the morning, first thing. Once you get to the first window, she will ask you for your application form, which you need to fill out once you have your online appointment. These are just basic information which you already have in your previous passport. And then, since we are in the courtesy lane, she will also ask you for your printed copy of your senior citizen card or your PWD. Application form. There, that's yours. Just the whole thing, yeah.
There's 2 copies.
That's fine. And then once she's done sorting out the papers, you'll see that she'll be giving us a number, which we have to wait for our turn. And then once we get to that window, I'll show you what happens next.
Okay naman ito. Ito po yung number. Dalawa lang po kayo dyan.
Okay. Salamat po.
Thank you. We are here right now at the Passport Renewal Center at the DFA Department of Foreign Affairs, and getting an appointment online was so difficult. Let me show you what it looks like if you even try to get an appointment. When you search on Google Passport Renewal Philippines, just click on the government website like so, and then you'll be directed to the website. Then put the information of your location, and for our sake, we'll just click one of them, closes, and then click next. You have 30 minutes to accomplish your online application. And once you see here, there is absolutely no dates available. Just click any location that is nearest to you. And I've been trying this since the start of the year last January, and right now it's April. And well, March, April, and there's still nothing available. I even tried clicking on Cebu. I was willing to fly to Cebu just to get a passport renewal, but still nothing available. Finally, the travel agency was able to sort us out, but it took them a month just to get us an appointment. Can you believe? Everything's organized. As you can see, all the chairs are not full, so it's good that they're still observing social distancing because there's still a pandemic going on. Once you get here, everything is numbered. The guard will assist you right away. He'll tell you where to sit. The lines seem to be moving. Everything is in order here. On the first window, the first thing they will ask you is for your application form. So you want to make sure you are registered and you have an appointment, because they will check your name if it's on your application form. For passport renewal requirements, all you have to do is bring your application form, print out the email that was sent to you for your confirmation date. Of course, bring your passport. I also brought my birth certificate just to be on the safe side. Then you'll be given a number, and then they will call you to go to the window once it's your turn. We still have to observe social distancing. Once you get to the second window, she's going to be asking for a photocopy of the front page of your passport. Yung visa, ako 30, how old am I? 35? 35.
Dito pa, ma'am?
Magpapadeliver
I'm
ba
magta
kayo?
35 this year.
Papa-deliver. Yan yung express.
Mga ano na yan ha, 25 na darating yung passport nyo.
2025?
Mga 24.
Ay, pag-express.
Oo. Express na ba ito pareho?
Yes.
Opo.
This month, walang nakaschedule na travel abroad?
Wala naman.
Wala?
Wala. From here, you'll also have to surrender your old passport, which then she will punch a hole in it, which is kind of painful, but that's just how it works. And then your new passport will arrive to you to your house. We chose the express service so that we get our passports earlier. I think it's within 15 days. Once you also get there, she'll ask you to sign some papers. The papers will just contain the same information on your passport, and that's pretty much it. You're off to the next window.
Cancel ko na.
Ay,
Okay na yun, yun talaga.
okay lang. Cancel.
Pwede, yung visa mismo yung
Okay.
hindi magiging invalid yun. Nandiyan na yung ano nyo ah.
Pwede ba hindi? Pwede ba kailangan?
Passport ka.
Kailangan talaga.
So painful.
Okay.
Yung visa mo yung mabutasan. Wala na. Yung mga passport itago na. Tapos, cashier na kayo. Kaliwa paglabas, glass door, pasok sa inyo ang center. Then, ito yung picture nyo, ito yung number.
As you saw there, she punched a hole in our passports, but don't worry because you'll be receiving your new passport very soon. If you have your previous visas on that old passport, it will still be valid. From here, you're going to have to go outside, turn left, and then you'll be paying for the processing fee. The processing fee for passport renewal is 1,200 pesos per person. This is also the same window where you'll be receiving your receipt for the passport renewal. Once you're done paying for the passport renewal, you're now going to go to the window where they will take your picture, and you'll also be asked to remove all your earrings and your necklaces, and then they will make you sign for your signature, and they'll also ask you to check all your passport information details like your birthday, your full name, your address, and all the things like that. They will also ask for your fingerprints here. And finally, this is the last window. This is where you're going to be paying for the express service delivery. Initially, to get your passport renewal is 1,200 pesos per person. And then to pay for the express, there's going to be an additional amount, which we'll let you know in a while. At the back of your receipt, they're going to ask you to write down your details like your complete address, your name, your contact number, and then the guy at the window will then write that down on the courier express delivery receipt. Do take note also that when the courier delivers your passport, they're going to need to see an ID. So make sure you are present when your passport arrives, or have your ID waiting with someone who is going to receive your passport for you. Paid 1,200 pesos per person for the processing to get your passport renewed, and then it's additional 150 pesos if you want your passport to be delivered within 15 days, and that includes weekends, right? That also includes Saturdays and Sundays.
Working days.
Oh, it says working days. However, my parents did get theirs within 15 days, and actually included there was Saturdays and Sundays, but it says working days here. So I guess they put allowance just to make sure you don't worry, but it actually arrives earlier, which is cool. And on the sign it says 1 to 3 working days. I have no idea why it says 1 to 3 working days, but it's actually 15 days for the express delivery. By the time we got out, there was definitely much more people, but everything is still by appointment, so the crowd was controlled. So we are finally done with getting our passports renewed. Now all we have to do is wait for 15 days. When you step outside, there's some food if you want. There's a food trip stall, but it looks like it's still closed because we are here early in the morning. And there's also a snack bar where I see a queue, and you have some toilets outside as well. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's the process of getting your passport renewed here in the Philippines. I'm very happy that it's all organized. Of course, there are other locations where you can get your passports renewed, but for us, this is where we were able to get an appointment, and yeah, I hope it was very informative. Bye!